back to Storytime. Today I have another video for you, which is called The Fish and His Puffy Temper, written by Barbara Pinkie and illustrated by Alvin Adhi. But before we get started, subscribe and like for more fantastic small stories like this. Let's get started. It was Puffy's special day. He had decided he wouldn't be angry with the other fish and hoped to make friends. He hurried over to the coral slide in the playground, excited, but there was a queue. Puffy puffed up, shouting angrily, "Why do I have to wait?" Frightened, the other fish swam away. Puffy slid down the slide. It didn't feel good alone. A seahorse was watching him and slowly swam over. "Hello, I'm Seezy. Who are you?" "Leave me alone!" Puffy grumbled and swam away. But Seezy did not give up. She watched the balled-up fish calm down. When Puffy returned to his original size, she swam over. "Can I sit with you?" "Why?" Puffy asked, surprised. "What happened?" Seezy asked. "This always happens when I'm angry. I lose my temper, turn into a ball, and everyone swims away." "Why do you get angry?" "Things happen I dislike." "Can you try to not make them make you angry?" "It never works." "What's your name?" The seahorse smiled. "Puffy," he whispered, looking at Seezy. "Puffy, the other fish swam away because they're scared of your anger." "I know, but how do I control it? I want friends, but I get angry so easily." "I'll help," Seezy declared. "Let's visit Mrs. Cauldron." Puffy felt grateful. No one had ever tried to help him before. When they arrived at Miss Cauldron's place, the shark was looking at the plants by her house and painting them on a canvas. Tiny fish played with the leaves. "Hello, Miss Cauldron. These are beautiful," Seezy exclaimed. "Thank you," said the shark. "Oh, go away, you cheeky fish. Find another lunch." She smiled, shooing them away. "How can you be patient when those fish were getting in the way of your painting?" Seezy asked. Puffy lifted his head at her question. "I paid attention to my feelings. When I notice my anger sign, I try to calm myself down so I don't get angry," Mrs. Cauldron explained. "What are your anger signs?" Puffy asked shyly. "My heart beats faster. How do you feel when your anger starts?" "I don't know," Puffy shrugged. "Think about it." The shark looked at the fish firmly. "I don't know," Puffy shouted, then paused. "Oh, right now I'm feeling angry. My heart's beating fast, and I'm hot, and I'm breathing faster." Mr. Cauldron smiled. "Next time you recognize those, congratulate yourself. Just spotting these signs can help you stop feeling angry." "I will remember. Thank you." Seezy and Puffy returned to the playground, but the other fish still did not want to play with Puffy. He puffed up right away. "You forgot to think about your feelings," Seezy reminded him. "Let's visit my uncle and see he can help. He has many baby seahorses. Chaos reigns there for sure." Puffy liked the idea and calmed down again. They heard the family as they arrived. The ocean was filled with laughter from little seahorses. But then there was a crash. "Enough! Enough! Everyone out!" Uncle Whinny the seahorse shouted. 30 little seahorses streamed outside, laughing and frolicking. "Hello, Uncle," Seezy greeted him. "Is everything okay?" Uncle Whinny appeared in the doorway. "Hi, Seezy, I'm fine. These rascals were jumping around and broke my favorite glass," Uncle said with a sad smile. Then his face brightened. "I'm glad to see you. Who's your friend?" Puffy blushed. "He's Puffy. We met him at the playground," Seezy introduced him. "Nice to meet you. Uncle Whinny. Your little seahorses are adorable." Puffy waved. Oh, yes, I love those little mischief makers. Puffy was surprised. He expected complaints, but he only saw happiness on his face. How can you stay calm when they broke in your favorite glass? Puffy asked. I count to 10 slowly. It helps me let go of my anger, the seahorse dad explained. Interesting, Zizi said. We'll go and play now. Bye, Uncle. The two fish friends swam back to the playground. Some fish were playing with a frisbee. Can we join you? Asked Zizi. It went well. Well, everyone had fun, but then Puffy couldn't catch the frisbee. Why did you throw it so hard? He shouted, puffing up, his face red. The others were so scared they swam away faster than ever. You didn't think about your feelings or count to 10, Zizi reminded Puffy. She had another idea. Let's visit Mr. Decapoda. They found the crab sitting in his garden with closed eyes and taking deep breaths. Hello, Mr. Decapoda. Are you okay? Puffy asked. Smiling, he opened his eyes. Oh, yes, Puffy. I just needed to calm down after an argument. How? When I'm angry, I close my eyes and take deep breaths. I now have 3 tools. I must be able to do it now, Puffy thought excitedly. When they were back at the playground, Puffy wanted to slide, but the queue was too long. Again, angry, Puffy blew so big everyone rushed away before he had time to shout. Puffy sadly flew home. Mom Fish found him in his room, looking at the stars. What's wrong, Puffy? I tried to not get angry, but I still puffed up. Nobody wants to play with me. I get angry too. It's a normal emotion to have, but it's important to learn how to cope with it. Mom Fish tried to reassure him. She told him how she got puffed up and coped with anger. It takes practice, but you can do it. I learned 3 different A's to control my anger, but it still didn't work. What were they? Mom Fish asked. First, notice my anger signs. Then second, count to 10 slowly. And then third, take deep breaths. These sound like wonderful tools. You need to remember how to use them. Here, put this band on your fin. When you're about to puff up, flick it and think of me and your 3 steps. This will help you overcome your anger like how I overcome mine. Puffy suddenly felt confident. If Mom can do it, I can too. In the morning, he swam so fast to the playground, he created lots of bubbles with his fin. Waving to Zizi, he went to the slide and waited for his turn. Later, Puffy heard the ice cream truck, but when he finally found it, all the ice cream was gone. Oh no, the fish swam away in fear. Puffy felt anger in his body. Noticing his band on his fin, he flicked it, and Mom Fish suggested, and he remembered the 3 steps. Step 1. Heart beating fast, feeling hot, and breathing faster. Spotted his anger signs, but his anger was still growing. Step 2. Puffy counted slowly, but his body was still filled with anger. Deep breathing. The small fish concentrated on his breathing. He felt his body relax. He wasn't puffing up. His anger had gone. Puffy had did it. The fish returned curious. I'll get ice cream next time. Puffy smiled at the other fish. They smiled back, surprised and relieved. I could share my ice cream with you if you want, said an angelfish. Thank you, said Puffy. You did it! I'm so proud, shouted Zizi, giving him an ice cream. I saved one for you, just in case. Thank you for helping and being my friend, he grinned. Puffy was happy. He learned how to manage his temper, and he now had friends and wouldn't play alone in the playground again. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic story about the fish and his puffy temper. Subscribe and like for more fantastic stories like this. Bye, reader friends! Keep on reading.